It's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. This Taylor Swift lyric perfectly describes how volatile many Hollywood relationships are. You all know who we're talking about. After years of transcending the blurred lines between love and hate, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard have taken matters to the court to battle it all out. The billion-dollar question about this million-dollar defamation trial is, who is going to crash and burn by the end of the case? Well, it looks like we'll have an answer soon. Some brand new evidence has come up which surely will add fuel to the wildfire of their messy relationship. Want to know what it is? Stay tuned till the end. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel where we post exciting tidbits about celeb life. Make sure that you show us your love with a like, share, and subscribe. On that note, let's delve right into the drama. If you haven't heard of the messy trials between the A-list actor Johnny Depp and the Aquaman actress Amber Heard, you are definitely living under a rock. The proceedings of the case, which is going on in the Virginia court, are aired on the television, making us bite our nails in anticipation of what's next. As you know, the trial started in April with Johnny Depp accusing Heard of defamation and suing for $50 million. Back in 2018, Amber wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post claiming to be a survivor of sexual abuse. She penned, like many women, "I had been harassed and sexually assaulted by the time I was of college age, but I kept quiet. I did not expect filing complaints to bring justice, and I didn't see myself as a victim." Although Depp's name wasn't mentioned anywhere in the article, it isn't hard to read between the lines. This led to Depp falling out of the favor of the public's eye and him filing a lawsuit for defamation. Well, Heard was having none of it. She countersued for $100 million, pointing fingers at him for orchestrating a smear campaign against her. That is a heck load of money. After several days of battling it all out in the court, some new evidence has come up which could possibly change the course of the case. Johnny could once again be the apple of his fans' eyes. We aren't making you wait any longer. Here you go. On the 12th day of the trial, Depp's security guard testified against Heard. "Out of the corner of my eye, I saw a fist and an arm come across my right shoulder, and I heard and saw a closed fist contact Mr. Depp on the left side of his face. That was Miss Heard's fist," he said. He also added this about the actor's reaction. "The initial look on his face kind of mirrored mine, kind of a look of shock. Like, what just happened? Where did that come from? The abused becomes the abuser. Shocking, isn't it?" The guard also claimed that he saw a nice little shiner on Depp's face that was swollen and red, but not black and blue yet. Oh no, poor Depp. During cross-examination, Heard's attorney asked whether Depp was reaching for Amber's hair while he was trying to hit her in that incident. He said the attorney's description of the incident was not correct. Another tidbit of information that might put the ball right in Johnny's court is that Heard admitted to abusing Depp. Say what? This was revealed in an exclusive audio confession released by the Daily Mail. "I'm sorry that I didn't, hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched." Okay, what does she even mean? The way she makes it feel like what she has done is not abuse. This attitude of her has brought her enough hate to last a lifetime. Amber was, as expected, furious at this confession being leaked. Later on in another audio recording, Amber provoked him. "Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them. Johnny Depp. I, Johnny Depp, a man. I'm a victim too of domestic violence." To this, Depp simply responded, "Yes, I am." We still can't believe people laugh it off when they hear about men being abused. As a society, we have been wired to believe that only a man can assault a woman. This is the perception that almost all of us grew up with. In most cases, men do not even speak about domestic violence, seeing it as a threat to their manhood. Hats off to Depp for speaking out in the muted voice of many men out there. Here's something that will make you tongue-tied. Johnny was not the first to experience Amber's physical abuse. Heard was arrested back in 2009 on a charge of physically assaulting her then-girlfriend Van Rhee at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport in Washington. The two got into a disagreement after Heard allegedly grabbed and hit Van Rhee's arm. All charges were dropped. However, with Van Rhee herself saying that Heard was wrongfully accused by cops who misinterpreted and over-sensationalized the incident. In light of the present incidents, we find that difficult to believe. If you thought Amber's violent streak was only against her partners, think again. Her former assistant was also among the others who saw Amber's true colors and testified against the star during the latest court hearing. She confessed that she was poorly treated and was a victim of the actress's blind rage multiple times during her employment. When asked for a pay rise, she revealed that Heard spat out on her face. "She leaped up out of her chair and put her face about 4 inches from my face. face, spitting in my face, saying how dare I ask for that salary. What a turn of events, huh? Here's how all of this mess started in the first place. Their whirlwind romance began when they met on the sets of The Rum Diary. Although they were in separate relationships at that time, they were attracted to each other like moths to a flame. Soon they got together, and Amber was spotted not too long after with a huge rock on her finger, making their romance official. Their marriage, however, wasn't a walk in the park. Yes, it crash-landed after just 15 months. Insane, isn't it? Amber filed for a divorce citing irreconcilable differences. She also got a temporary restraining order against him. During the entirety of our relationship, Johnny has been verbally and physically abusive to me, Heard wrote in the divorce filing. She added, I live in fear that Johnny will return to our house unannounced to terrorize me physically and emotionally. That's horrible. But at the same time, it is difficult to imagine that Johnny, who is a fan favorite and was hilarious as Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean series, could hurt even a fly. After the divorce, Amber bagged $7 million as a settlement. Her, being an ALCU ambassador for women's rights, publicly pledged that she was donating the money to the Children's Hospital Los Angeles and the American Civil Liberties Union, specifically to combat violence against women. Sounds noble, doesn't it? But hear this out. It was all talk and no action. Reports suggest that she couldn't complete the second half of her payment due to financial difficulties. Now this begs the question, was suing Depp for millions of dollars a crooked plan to throw dirt in all of our eyes and cover up the fact that she is broke? Was the whole case a hoax? Soon the divorce and all of their dirty laundry became a matter of public knowledge. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry had an opinion about what was going on. The journalists from the famous British newspaper The Sun, too, had their own opinions. They labeled Depp as a wife-beater. He wasn't too happy about this. He went to court suing the paper for defaming him. You guys should keep in mind that the hashtag #MeToo had just gained recognition and was trending everywhere. Me Too, although a step towards women's empowerment, could also be wrongfully used to trap men sometimes. And Johnny Depp is a perfect prey. I mean, can you imagine anyone more white, rich, and famous than this guy? We are not taking sides here, but come on, after hearing what the security guard and the others had to say, you don't expect us to believe her, do you? Many big shouts from the celeb world were also just as surprised by these accusations as we were. His ex-girlfriend Winona Ryder said, the idea that he is an incredibly violent person is the farthest thing from the Johnny I knew and loved. His ex-partner of 14 years and mother of his 2 kids, Vanessa Paradis, also supported him and said that he was a kind, attentive, generous, and non-violent person and father. Depp also accused Heard of having extramarital affairs with both James Franco and Elon Musk while slapping the lawsuit in her face. It seems that Heard has always set her sight on the big fishes. Now, as always, Heard denied all these claims. She meanwhile accused Depp of physically abusing her by throwing a phone at her, leaving her bruised. This blockbuster trial went on for 6 months. Crazy, isn't it? Finally, the court ruled that the Sun was correct in reporting that Depp was violent towards his ex-wife Amber Heard. After this, the A-list actor's career took a huge hit. Previously, he played Gellert Grindelwald, a controversial wizard in the Fantastic Beasts series. Harry Potter fanatics were eager to see him reprise his role in the next film. However, all those hopes crashed and burned when Warner Brothers asked him to resign. We thank Johnny for his work on the films to date, the studio said. Just a few weeks later, they found his successor. It was none other than Danish actor Mads Mikkelsen. Even though Johnny had his tough times, the love and support that his fans are showing now must be overwhelming. The whole world is with him, and it seems like the only ones that try to save Amber are her lawyers. Truth be told, even they act like they want her behind the bar. Whew, that was a lot to take in. It's finally time to wrap it all up as the court war is over and Amber has no way than to surrender. What do you guys think of today's video? Are you guys Team Johnny or Team Amber? Feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments box below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified every time we post a new video. Until then, bye!